Welcome, folks, to another episode of Dski Grills. Do I have a treat for you today, folks? Today, we are firing up that Workhorse Pits 1975, and we're going to dry brine 2 Spatchcock chickens and finish them off with a beautiful Peach Habanero glaze. Let's go. All right, folks, so you saw that intro. So this is day one of this cook. Day one is no more than brining the chicken. So all we're gonna do is a dry brine of this chicken, let it sit in the refrigerator overnight, and then tomorrow we will cook it on that beautiful 1975. So let's dry brine now. All right, folks, so you can see these chickens, they have been dried, they have been spatchcocked, and all I'm gonna do is come back with a dry brine, which is no more than salt, okay? So check these things out. They look amazing, all right? So I'm gonna come first with a Maldon sea salt, and I wanna go heavy, okay? We want this to soak in tonight. We want nothing but flavor tomorrow when it's time to get this thing on the smoker. So think about it. We salt it tonight, we smoke it tomorrow, we glaze it at the end. All right, so we'll just continue dry brining. I'm gonna get a nice amount of salt on this chicken so it can soak in overnight. It can aid in drying out that skin so we have a bite through skin when we get this thing done and smoked. But ultimately, what we want is built-in flavor through and through, hence the Maldon sea salt. So we'll get this flipped over. Both birds. Wash my hands real quick. And our top side. So we're going in on our top side now. Now tomorrow, we will not be doing any seasoning at all. We're going right on the smoker. The only seasoning we're gonna do tomorrow before we go on the grill is we're gonna add a tricolored pepper. Okay, so this here is phase one of this cook. I'll get back with you guys tomorrow and we will get these babies on the smoker. We'll fire up that 1975. We're coming with oak wood. At the end, we're gonna hit it maybe the last 20 minutes of the cook. We're gonna start basting this baby with a beautiful Peach Habanero glaze. These chickens are going to be amazing. See you tomorrow. All right, folks, we're back. It is day two. So I want you to check out just how the chicken came along. Remember, all we used was salt and we added on both sides of the chicken so it can dry out the skin. So check this out. Looks totally different, right? It is dried out and it is ready to show out, okay? So what we're gonna do, folks, is add pepper to this chicken. We've already added the salt, so no more salt's needed. We have the Workhorse Pits fired up, so it is coming up to temperature. And what we're gonna do is just get this done. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil, but the skin is dry, okay? So what we're gonna have is a crispy skin when this is done. Flavor through and through is what we're shooting for. Right towards the end, we're gonna hit it with that Peach Habanero glaze, okay? So let me show you that. So last 15 minutes, we will coat these chickens with this here. Not too hot, okay? It's gonna have an awesome sweet with a touch of heat type flavor to it. So looking forward to adding this to this chicken, bringing it back in, and then showing you guys the final product. So you know what we'll do. I'll take you step by step, show you how we're gonna season. I'll take you out there, fire up that Workhorse Pits 1975. We'll get the smoke rolling, we'll get it glazed, and before you know it, we'll be back at the cutting board, checking out the final product of these 2 spatchcock chickens made on the Workhorse Pits 1975. I wanna thank you as always for joining me, and let's get cooking. I'm gonna hit it with olive oil first, so we'll do that as a binder. Just a light amount on both of the chickens. Rub that in a little bit so the black pepper has something to stick to. Okay, so we'll do that here and here. A little bit on the leg quarters as well. And then we're just coming back with black pepper. Remember, the salt has already been added last night. So hopefully we have the right amount of salt ratio. So this here is actually a test, believe it or not, folks. I mean, I brined it, but I wanted to make sure not to add too much salt the next day because I don't want it to be too salty. So we'll see how it turns out. You know, I'll be fair with you guys on the final result. All right, so we'll do that. We'll pat it in. I'm gonna flip. And I wanna add pepper to this side as well. So same thing, pepper on this side. Okay, pat it in. I'm gonna add a little thyme also to both sides. I like the element that the thyme herb gives to chicken. It gives it a really nice flavor. All these bottles are almost gone, so I'll just discard them after this. So there's the thyme. We'll add some of those thyme leaves. Now the plan is to cook at around 325 to 350 degrees. These should be done in around an hour and a half. All right. Pat again, flip. Pat again and flip. All right, we'll hit this side with the thyme. And then I'll meet you guys outside in just a minute. It'll be time to get these beautiful chickens on. See you out there at the Workhorse Pits. All right, folks, we're back. We are at the Workhorse Pits 1975. You guys know how much I love this smoker. Look at this baby. Absolutely amazing, right? Now, my hand being right here in this area, I'm starting to feel some heat. You wanna know why? Well, check it out. So hopefully what you can see is that firebox just roaring right now, okay? So we have the fire stoking in there. Now what I did, I used a few twigs, and then I came with Kingsford charcoal. Let that start firing up. It started getting hot. Then I started adding splits, okay? So what it's doing now is starting to ash over. We're trying to get some coals going, and that's the process we're at right now. So can't wait to get these chickens on. It has been around 20 minutes of trying to get this fire right. Now, after we get it right, what we're gonna do is to continue adding splits and make sure we're maintaining that 325 to 350 the entire cook, all right? So I'll get with you guys in a bit. Check that fire out again real fast. Roaring, raging fires, right? Can't wait to get these chickens on and show you guys what's gonna be next. See you in a bit. All right, folks, we're back. Hopefully you can see at the firebox now that we have a soft flame, okay? So I'll open it up real quick and just show you what I'm talking about. But our fire now is starting to calm down. We're gonna be ashed over in no time flat. Okay, so let me open it up, check it out. We got about 4 logs in there. They are burning down nicely, okay? I'm gonna get this closed back down. Now, our grill is up to 350 degrees on the top 2 thermometers, and the bottom thermometers are at 250 degrees. So you know, we are now at my favorite part of the video, and you know what that is. Let's get cooking. Folks, I'm all kind of stoked. Check out these beautiful dry brine chickens that we're gonna put on this Workhorse Pits today, okay? So let's get it on the grill real quick, let you guys see that. All we're gonna do is just let them smoke for around 35, 45 minutes. I'm not gonna do anything but come back with my traditional cooking spray in between the process to make sure that skin gets even more crispy than it's gonna be already, okay? Because it's gonna be crispy from this dry brine process. But let's go ahead and get it on the grill. All right, get this baby opened up. What a beautiful grill. I just love this smoker. Only thing this thing is missing is some type of a rack or table or something to put stuff on. But I don't think it's a necessity, but it would be a little convenient to have that. So we'll put one bird midway through, the next bird right next to it. Very little juice or anything dripping off these birds because they were dry brined. These things are just going to sit here and show out, all right? Check that out, okay? Isn't that amazing? 2 beautiful dry brine spatchcock chickens made on the Workhorse Pits 1975. I'll see you guys in around 20, maybe 30 minutes. We can check in and see how these birds are looking. See you in a bit. All right, folks, we're back. It is around 35 minutes later. We're gonna open up this awesome pit and see how these chickens are coming along. Should be time now to do a little cooking spray to keep that skin crispy. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, they are coming along really, really well. Beautiful browning. Now what I really wanna do is hit these wings to keep the color in the wings, right? Because they will get brown fast. Okay, and then we just want to go ahead and hit the whole bird. So let's do that as well. Everything is cooking up nicely though. Smoke is rolling. Beautiful, clear, clean blue smoke is what we got going. Let's shut her back down. Let's do that now. Hopefully you can see just how beautiful it looks. Just looks nice and roasted, okay? Beautiful smoke. And I'm telling you right now, this skin is just nice and crisp, okay? This is why you dry brine, and make sure that you let it sit overnight so it can soak out that moisture, give you that crispy skin. We're adding more benefit also because now we are putting cooking spray, so that can also crisp up the skin even more. We'll get back together, folks, maybe in around 20 more minutes and start checking internal temps. Before you know it, it'll be time to glaze and finish these chickens off. All right, folks, so we're about an hour and 15 minutes into this cook. I want to open it up, see how it looks, and go ahead and start checking internal temps. Let's do that now. All right. I just hope you can see this beautiful golden brown color. I'm telling you, this is coming along nicely, okay? Now, let's start checking temps, seeing where we are at right now. Kind of understand how much more time we have left. Oh, it just breaks right through the chicken. Breaks right through. I got 167. Oh, I got 173 in this breast. Okay, this chicken is done. Let's check another one. 168. Now, yeah, let's just stay there. Yeah, about 168, okay? So, you know, in white meat, 165 is what you're shooting for. In dark meat, you're shooting for 175 and above. I'm gonna close it down, let it go a few more minutes, but only after we glaze, okay? Let's get it glazed and let that start soaking in. Then we'll go ahead and shut it down, let it go for another 15, 20 minutes, and I'll meet you at the cutting board. Let's get the glazing going. Okay, so again, we're using the Peach Habanero. I'm gonna get this thing opened up. I brought a bowl and a brush so I can kind of brush this stuff on. And I'm gonna pour this right into the bowl is my plan. Okay, get some of this goodness added. We might just do the whole bottle. We're gonna use it all. We have 2 chickens, we'll use it all. Okay, good enough. Get this to the side. And then we'll just go ahead and start glazing these babies. Internal temp is right where it needs to be. We're gonna put a beautiful sheen on here. Shut it back down. Let that go a little bit longer. I plan on flipping it over and doing the same thing to the other side, and then one more time on this top side, okay? So I wanna do layers of this stuff and make sure we truly, truly have this peach habanero just truly instilled or embedded in this awesome chicken. Oh, this looks so pretty. I don't know if you can hear that, but we got a plane above going and he's riding by looking at this chicken. He's trying to find him a landing strip over here for this beautiful looking bird here. Yeah, this glaze is beautiful and it is sticky. You can tell the way it's coating on the chicken. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. The thyme is doing its job, just looks so pretty. Beautiful presentation. Can't wait to taste this. Okay, I'm gonna get this closed back down. We're gonna let this go a little bit longer. And then, like I said, we're gonna flip and do it again on the other side. Flip one more time on the top side. Then we're gonna meet at the cutting board. Check it out though. Isn't that beautiful? Awesome, awesome dry brine chicken made on the Workhorse Pits, 1975. See you when it's time to do the flip. All right, so 10 minutes later, we're gonna go ahead and open it up. We're gonna flip and go ahead and add that habanero peach glaze to the other side. Let's do it now. Hope you can see that beautiful sticky color. It just really, really looks good. This is some good looking chicken, okay? Now, this may not be the best way of doing it. I'm gonna pick it up, flip it over. Hopefully you can see those grill marks. Look at that. Ooh, that's some good looking bird. That was really hot on my hands though. I'm gonna do it again real quick. And that's because I'm crazy and I should have gloves on. But I hope you can see this backside. We're gonna go ahead and glaze it right now too. All right, we're going heavy. Try to get all the cracks and crevices here. Now this won't take much longer. I'll let this go for maybe 5 minutes. I'll flip it again and do the top side one more time and we'll take it inside the house, okay? Some picture perfect looking bird here, y'all. All right, I like that. Hit these wings one more time, hit these legs again. Sticky, you want it sticky to the bone. Ain't messing around. That looks amazing. All right, we'll get back together and I'll meet you at the cutting board to check out the final product of this beautiful Peach Habanero Chicken that was dry brine the night before, made on the Workhorse Pits 1975. See you at the cutting board. All right, folks, we're back checking out the final product of this beautiful Peach Habanero dry brine chicken made on the Workhorse Pits 1975. So, folks, let's talk about what we did real quick before we cut into this chicken and see how it tastes. We started off yesterday, folks, with nothing but a salt brine on this chicken. I spatchcocked it and I added salt, Maldon sea salt, to both sides, and I went with a generous amount. After that, folks, I took it downstairs, put it in the refrigerator overnight. This morning, you got a chance to see this chicken where it's dried out. All the moisture's been sucked out of it. It was ready to be smoked. It was ready to be glazed, okay? What did we do before we took it out there? All we did is we came with black pepper and we came with thyme, all right? We hit it with that, and from there, we took it outside to the Workhorse Pits 1975. So, got that grill up to around 300 degrees. We smoked this for around an hour and a half. All I did midway through was sprayed it with cooking spray. I could tell that the skin was crispy. I could tell that it was coming along well. 40 minutes later, we got a chance to check the internal tips. We saw that our breast on one was at 168. On the other is like at 172, 173. It was time to glaze. I glazed 3 times. One on the top side, we flipped, did it on that side, we flipped it back, and finish it off. About 10 minutes on each side. Now we're at the cutting board and I can't wait to dig in. So let's do that now. First and foremost, I just want you to see how beautiful this is. Look at this chicken. First off, look at the juices flowing. You'll see them racing, rushing all over the place. Okay, this chicken is going to be amazing, folks. Beautiful brown color. Okay, here we go. I'm standing on the side here because the sun is starting to gaze in and I don't want to take a glare. So we're gonna cut right here on our wing. All right, up close. Look at this. Look how pretty that is. Beautiful color. Crazy. All right, let's taste this. First off, bite through the skin. I knew it would be. The salt brine was all the salt content this thing needed. The peach habanero is on point. This chicken is sticky. It's delicious. It is done right. Okay, so I was concerned. I didn't know if I was going to come back with a rub on day 2 because, you know, we did the salt brine on the first day, but I didn't know if it would need more salt. It is spot on. No salt needed. The pepper and the thyme did its thing. This chicken is absolutely amazing. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe to my channel. Let everyone know what Dski Grills is up to. And as always, at Dski Grills, grilling is not a pastime. It's a passion. Another cook in the books on the Workhorse Pits 1975. And I'm telling you, this peach habanero chicken is absolutely delicious.